Oki, Dadanastada, Ambawastich, Tanse, and good morning, everyone. Today I want to update you on two things. The work that's being done to get the Bears Paw water feeder main back into service, and the actions I'm taking to make sure this doesn't happen again in Calgary. But first, let's talk about our water usage. Yesterday, we used 471 million liters of water, and that's at about 98% of our acceptable threshold. Any more, and it puts us potentially at risk for life-saving measures like people in hospital or firefighting efforts. If you are thinking that running a half-full dishwasher isn't a big deal, I'll remind you that it actually is. One less dishwasher load citywide saves more than 17 million liters of water. That's just one less dishwasher load. All the choices and sacrifices that you have been making are having a big impact, so please keep it up. I urge you to keep doing your part while crews are working around the clock to get our water service back up to regular levels. This is a Team Calgary effort, and it includes all of us with our everyday decisions working in partnership with the water and construction crews who are instrumental in getting us back up to regular water flow. Yesterday at Council, I proposed a budget measure that will secure the safety of our water infrastructure. The Water Department will identify how to improve technology and monitoring for our water system, and Council will also be informed about the upgrades and maintenance work that is needed, and we will make sure that the budget for the next 2 years is inclusive of those plans. We will get much better clarity on those costs. And the independent third-party incident review will help us create a long-term vision and change to improve the city's water system into 2030 and beyond. CAO David Duckworth has created a plan to put together an independent third-party panel, and he'll be presenting that to us at committee next Wednesday. These are all very important steps in making sure that our water system is safe and secure for the years to come. The independent review will also help other cities learn how to avoid what happened in Calgary. Now, some of you may have heard that Quebec City has suffered a water main failure recently as well, and I'll make sure that I reach out to Mayor Marchand to offer any support or expertise that our city can provide. After convening multiple groups of experts from the oil and gas sector, construction, and underground work, I know that Calgary can act as a leader in what will no doubt be an important time in our nation's history. Infrastructure installed decades ago is very quickly coming to a time where it will need replacing. And I'm working with my fellow mayors across the country, as well as the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, to make sure that our cities get our fair share of infrastructure dollars to keep water flowing in our cities with safety and certainty. Locally, on the work sites along 16th Avenue, backfilling began last night, and paving will be starting today. That's another important milestone to get us back up and running to regular levels. It's also a positive step of getting traffic flowing better and getting customers to those businesses in Montgomery who've gone through so much in the last few weeks. I know they could use a visit from us. But the work isn't done yet. The water team is beginning the 4-step process of fill, flush, test, and stabilize. They'll be filling the 2-meter wide pipe today, bringing it up to pressure. Through that process, the teams will closely monitor what's happening in that pipe. After that, they will flush it to make sure that there are no contaminants within that feeder main. After that, water samples will be sent to labs for testing and approval by Alberta Health Services. And then the city's entire water system will need to be stabilized before it can return to regular service. So there are still many steps along the way to restoring water service. And this is a reminder that despite what it looks like on 16th Avenue with things returning to normal, there are still 4 important steps that need to be taken to ensure that our water is safe and that it can be returned at regular volumes for all of us to be using. And in getting this pipe back into service, it is not without risk. Just ask anyone who works in the business of pipelines, like in oil and gas. And that's why we all need to continue the efforts that we started a few weeks ago. We need to keep making smart decisions to save water, like catching the water when you're running the tap until it gets hot or cold enough, like making sure your dishwasher load is full, making sure you're only having 3-minute showers. All of you in Calgary Airdrie, Tsuut'ina Nation, Strathmore, and Chestermere have been asked to do so much, and you've been doing it. You're more than just residents who live in a region. You're a community of people who understand how to band together in an emergency because you know what it means to take care of each other. And I greatly value and appreciate all of you for that. We will have more information on the progress to restore the Bears Paw feeder main today at 2 p.m. at the Emergency Operations Center. Until then, be well, be good water stewards, and take good care of each other.